morning. This is a continuation of putting up the framing for my shade cloth. I'm going ahead and taking these fence posts over here, and I'm going to put some two-way caps on them, and I'm going to see if I can put a top rail across the openings that I cut the other day. So let's see. I'm doing this for the first time because I just came back from the store yesterday. So this is going to go right up here. Hopefully it fits. Right there. Hopefully that fits. Like that. Can you see that? And the pipe over here should go along to that side. And then this comes out this way, and that goes that way. So basically this pipe is a top rail to fencing, and this here is the end post cap. It's a two-way, 1, 2, to create a corner. I was looking for a corner without the pyramid on top, but that's all I got. But that might work out to my benefit. I don't know. We'll see. And so from here down to there, and I'm going to do the same thing over here, and the same thing all the way down the end of the garden. So with that said, let me go ahead and try to situate everything and see how that works out. Okay, so right off the bat, I see a little problem with this cap fitting on here. At one time, somebody must have used a T-post pounder to pound this, because there's a little lip right there, so it won't fit on. So I got to go ahead and cut this off so this fits on. But for right now, I'll flip the pipe over, and I'll take the bottom side over here and I'll put it on like that, just to get a measurement. Okay, so right here, we're also up higher. So this has to go in the top, and that amount right there is going to go in the ground. But at least I can see where that post is going to go. Okay, so with that said, I need to go get a cutter and cut it so I can fit it on top before I dig a little hole and put it on the ground. So let me get at it. Okay, so I went ahead and got a Sawzall. Made sure my battery is good. And got myself a new metal blade. And we'll see if it works. So let me flip this around. Put the blade in. Okay, so I got this resting on one of my culverts, and instead of using a hacksaw, I'm going to try the Sawzall first. Let's see how it works. This is some thick pipe, so hopefully all goes well. Okay, so that cut off easier than I thought. You see that lip in there and that bend? That's why it wouldn't fit in there. Let's see. There you go. Now if I take the cap, it fits right on in there because the top is nice and clean. So let's see how it works. Okay, so in a few minutes I'm going to have to rearrange the camera because once that sun comes out, it's going to be a lot of glare. But anyways, with this said, this is about where I want it. So it's got to be over a foot in the ground. So I'm going to go get my post hole digger, dig down, and we're going to set this in so this secures the end over here. Back at you. Okay, so somewhere over here, I have to remove the mulch and dig a hole. So with the pipe down, I'm going to put a level on it to make sure that it goes straight up. Because if you iron it and you're off a little bit this way, or that way, you'll have to redig your hole. So let me get at it. Okay, so I'm eyeing that up. And it looks pretty good to me. Let me turn it this way. Okay, so that's it right there. Let me remove some of this mulch over here. Okay, gonna save all these chips and put them back. Let me remeasure. Okay. Right there, turn it this way. Okay, so the hole's going to be right there. Okay, we'll put this cap on. Let me turn that. Okay, pretty much I got it dug out. So let's see how it fits up on the top. And here comes that sun. But let's see how this looks. So I gotta fit it in there. So make it level. That's all the way in, so I gotta make this level. That's good. Now I got to make it level this way right here. Okay, so that looks good. So it's good that way, and it's good that way. So let me twist it down in the ground a little bit. See if I can wedge it in by hand. And this cap's going to go on like this. Okay, it's level that way. Level that way. Okay, let's see what it looks like. So as you can see, I dug the hole. I went ahead and used a level. And I made it come up to the top and straight over like that. So the top rail goes from all the way down the end of the garden, all the way over like this to there, and to the top. Okay, so right here, the frame, the top rail comes to this end post. The end post goes in the ground. I've got it leveled 2 ways, this way and this way. So now I can backfill it, and I'm good to go with this rail. Okay, so anytime you dig a hole and you put a post in the ground and you backfill it with dirt, you want to pound it in and pack it, otherwise it'll be real loose. And then you could always put water in it to pack it down even more. So here we go. You take a 4x4 or any kind of piece of wood. Double check to make sure it's level. Perfect. I don't know if the camera was set down there, but when you take a 4x4 and you pound around, it packs it in and compacts it, so your post is set in. Now it probably really doesn't matter too much on this because it's going to sit there and eventually work its way in, but it really does matter on fence posts because it'll be too wobbly. But I still go through the same steps and try to do it right. So with that said, let's take a look at it. Okay, so you can see on the bottom, I went ahead and pounded it. You can see coming up over here, I got the level on it, and it's level. It's level both ways. This way is more important. And then I have this available for the pipe going that way. But this one here is on it already going all the way down. So there you have it. That's what that first section looks like. Now, I'm going to go ahead and clean that up and put the mulch back on it. And then I got to go down to that pipe, that side over there, and repeat. So let me get that done, and then I'll show you how it looks. Okay, so look at all the pollinators. Got bumblebees all over my blossoms on my eggplants right now, and I love it. But anyways, as you can see, I did a video on tying them up onto the top trellis because they folded over because there's so many eggplants on them. And then I had to top them and I trimmed the sides. And already they're bushing out real thick. So let me trim them up so I can get over here and work. There you go. 1, 2, 3. This is probably going to be my supper tonight. Okay, so this gave me room to work right here. I still got to trim up a lot of these. But for now, I got working room. Let me get my tools. Okay, so I'm over here. I got my pipe and I got my tools. Let me go ahead and level it up and see how it fits. Okay, so that's good there. Let me turn it. Okay, so that's it right there. Okay, so it's going to go right there. But first, I'm going to have to cut this off of the end just like the other one. Okay, so let me cut this end off right here because it's got that flare on it. Okay, I cut the flare off right there. It's nice and smooth. Let's see if it fits. Okay, here's the end. Fits right on. Perfect. Okay. Oh, let me dig out a little bit. And that looks good. Okay, let me try twisting it down. Okay. Another shovel full. Okay, it looks like it's probably going to work. I don't want to go down too deep because then you got to lift it up and it'll sink after a while. You want a hard bottom. Okay, that's good. Let's see this way. Okay, let's see how that goes down. Okay, so on the end one, I got the level on top. It's a little bit too low, so I'm going to put a little piece of cinder block chip that I save in my scrap pile on the bottom so it can't go down anymore, and it levels it up. Okay, good. So I got the level up here, and that looks perfect. Looks good. So the top's level, this is going to be level, and that's level. So with this in here like this, I'm going to go ahead and backfill it. Okay, now I gotta get the 4x4 and pound. Okay, that's level this way. And it's level that way. Okay, so let's go ahead and take a look. So you can see down here, I got it in the hole, it's all packed up. You can see that the level is level all the way on up, and the top part is level also. Plus this is level side to side. Okay, once again, this is level up and down, side to side, and the top. So is that one. Now I got to measure from there to there and put a front rail on it, and then my shade cloth attaches to the sides, but it's going to attach to the front to keep it from sagging in the wind. It's going to be nice and secure. I'm done with that, so let me go ahead and get a top rail and see if I can get it to fit. Okay, so I went ahead and put the top rail up on that side all the way across, and right over here you can see that it comes out a little too far. So if I bend this out and hook it up, it's not going to be level. So I got to measure on this side and give it a cut. But you can see down there, see how nice that is. This here is nice and level. Down there, that's nice and level. And this pipe is going to cut straight across. And that's going to be the framing over here, just like that. And the shade cloth will go on top. And the shade cloth will be up and over my trellis that I made over here. Now this trellis that I made is made out of bamboo, but here I got a real heavy piece of pipe up here and one for the other side. So I'm going to switch these over to that. That's why this pipe is here right now. So with that said, let me go ahead and give this a cut. Okay, so right up here I got to put a mark. So what I did was, using the level, I made sure it was level this way and this way before I put the mark, because once I mark it and cut it, it's permanent. If I'm too short, well, I need a whole new pipe. So this has to be perfect. So with this up here, I'm going to go ahead and take this and mark this right here. Made sure that end was in tight. This here is nice and level. That's my cut mark. Okay, take this out. Okay, so on this top rail, I put a cut mark right there. So now I'm going to cut it. Okay, so I cut this off of there, and that should be perfect. So let's see how it looks. Okay, so we take this top rail, put it in there. Take this top rail and put it in here. That's level. And that's level. Okay, so that's in, that's perfect. I can hang on it. Look, I can do chin ups. It's in there strong. Now this could still pull out and that could pull out. So later on, I'm gonna go ahead and do a self tap there and there, and then it can come out. But that's for another time. Right now I wanna do the framing. Then I'll self tap them with 2 screws on all the sides, and then this can't pop out, and that's gonna be a nice sturdy frame for my shade cloth. Okay, as you can see, I'm working around a lot of blossoms. I don't know where it went, but there's bumblebees all around me. And I'm gonna go ahead and harvest some of these here. These are stringless Blue Lake string beans. Okay, so there's the top rail right there. Here's my arch trellis going up, which is going to be Blue Lake string beans. And you see I got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 going back. I got 6 rows, 12 beds. And then I got the rails going around square like that, all the way down to the end. And the same thing here, going all the way down. I'm going to square this up now and go all the way down to the ends. So on this side right here, I got this one hanging, and I got that one over there hanging. So now I got to put a post here and a post there, and go ahead and put an end rail, just like I did over there. And then I got 2 other sides to this. I got to go down there and do 2 more, and that's it. There'll be 4 posts, 2 posts on that side, 2 posts on this side, 2 rails, 2 posts, 2 posts, 2 rails, squared up. Perfect for my shade cloth. It's going to be nice and sturdy. I got videos below on how I started it. I got this video on how I'm doing this. And I have video on how I put up the shade cloth. And I got a video on how I made bungee shock cord ties to hold my shade cloth in place. That's down below too. And then there'll probably be another video of me stretching all the shade cloth out over this whole top over here and give you a finished product and see what it looks like. So anyway, as you know, I post these videos. That way you can get an idea of if you want to do it this way or not, or maybe you come up with an idea that's better, but at least you can see how other people are doing things. And I hope you like the way that I'm doing it, and then hopefully you will have shade cloth over your garden. Okay, same thing with these. I'm going to have to cut off the ends over here. Okay, so I'm going to give this a cut to take off the end. Okay, same thing on this. Okay, so I cut the ends off because like the others, the ends, somebody must have used a T-post pounder and they bent the ends. That's common when people put in fences, they tap so they could go ahead and put up a gate or something, because that's what these were. These are for gates. So I got that off. So now I got a nice round opening and these slide right on now, no problem. Okay, so now I have to go ahead and get these installed, so let me get at it. Okay, so same thing, got a level post hole digger and a rake. Let me try to figure it out. So this is going to be here. Right at the end like that. Okay, so it's level this way. So right there is where I got to put my hole. So, with that said, let me go ahead and do this. Okay, so this is where the hole's going to go, right here. So, let me remove some mulch. These are chips. Okay, you can see how deep these chips were. So let me go ahead and remeasure, put a little hole here, and then I'm going to dig down. Okay, that's good there. That's good there. Okay, so right here is where the hole's got to go. Nice grub. That's a friendly grub. It's a beetle grub. Go ahead and put him there. Okay, that looks good there. And there, let me put it in the ground a little. Put a cap on it and see where I'm at. Okay, so on this side, I made sure I leveled it up. I went ahead and used the 4x4. I compacted that. Here's some grubs that were just on the bottom over there, so I'm going to go ahead and move these grubs to a safe location. I'm going to put them right there. Give them a little spot to crawl under. Over here like this. Just like that. Now they're happy. Okay, so I got to go over there and do the same thing as I did over here. Okay, so here's the top rail. Here's my post. Okay, that's good that way. That's good that way, right there. Now let's see the top. That worked out perfect. Nice. Okay, so got that in, got this in. Okay, good. So that's where I want that. That's level that way and that way. So now I gotta mark it right here. Okay, I put a pencil mark there. So now I gotta go ahead and cut it. Okay, so I cut this end off. Let's put it back up. Okay, good. This is level this way, level that way, and it's level on the top. Nice and plumb, nice and level. Okay, I'm glad I got a hard head. Did you hear that clunk? Hey. Whew, what can you do? That happens. I got more cuts on my head, my arms and my legs from being up in my attic and all around here, so that's just part of homesteading. So anyway, let's go around over here, see what we got. We got the top rail right here. That goes to that corner. That comes around here to this corner. Just like that, and it goes all the way down the whole garden. So that's it. This is done right there. That's done. All I have to do now is go back there, put that mulch down in there like I did all the others. See, the mulch is already back there and there, so it looks like these pipes been in there forever. So let me finish up that. And this is nice and square. Then I'm going to go ahead and get my self tappers and tap those in place so they don't pull out. Okay, so since I'm out here working in on my shade cloth framing, I might as well put in this trellis for my eggplants over here. So what I went ahead and did is I took this PVC pipe and I put a mark on it. I went down that side and measured from that post out, and I'm coming over here and I'm measuring from that post out and making sure it's level right over here like that. And what that's going to do, that's going to assure me that it's straight like this from that side to this side. It's just something I like doing. So this is the mark. So I have it level. So all I have to do now is dig down and install it. Okay, I moved it just to the inside of the frame because that's where it is over there. Now I'm going to double check my measurements right here with my template. Okay, so it's level that way. and it's level that way. So here's the spot. Right there is where I gotta dig. Okay, so I needed another heavy pipe for the end. The one I got down there is too tall, so this one's gonna work out perfect. It's bent, so this side's really no good. So I'm gonna go ahead and make use out of it by giving it a cut and utilizing the good part. Okay, so I cut off the bent part. I don't need that. And I got this right here. And this is gonna go in the ground. So out of my scrap pile, I got a damaged pipe that I made come back to life. Okay, so I'm gonna have to backfill that hole a little bit. Let me do that and pack it down and get back with you. Okay, so I packed it down with the 4x4 over here, real nice and tight. Now I'm going to take the pipe I just cut and put it in, and it's got to go down just a little bit more. It's got to go on this side. Okay, so that's it that way. And now I got to make it level this way. That looks good. I just got to go down a little bit more now. Let me twist. Okay, it's under this now. Okay, this piece goes on it over here like this. And that's got to come under, so. Okay, so I'm under over here. Now let me see how level it's going to be. It's going to come this way. Like that. And like that. Okay, that looks good. Okay, I got this level that way. Got it even with the other one. This is level both ways here. I'm going to backfill. And this here is going to be my trellis for my eggplants forever. Because that's all I'm going to have over here is eggplants going all the way down. It looks good from the front of the garden. It's a good entry point to all my other plants. Same thing with the back side. I'm going to have another good entry point on the back side. So let me backfill. Okay, good. This way. Got it down so this don't touch. Okay, so this is a continuation of doing my eggplant trellis. I did it along with doing my framing over here. Doing my framing for my shade cloth. But I'm going to include this in both videos because I'm doing it at the same time. Now I got to go get some self-tappers to screw those in so it don't separate when I bunk against it like I just did. So let me go get it. Okay, so I got some self-tappers. Okay, so what I want to do is I want to drill through this to this pipe so it doesn't come out. Make sure it's in. I want to put it through the bottom, not the top. The shade cloth is going to be on top and it'll catch. So from the bottom up. Okay. So that's in there good. Make sure this is in all the way. Okay, there you go. Now these two posts cannot come out and this won't come out. That's in there 100%. So I'm going to continue on with all those others. Okay, let me make sure that's in all the way. Okay. Okay, so let me get this one. Okay, nice. Got this side done. Now I gotta get the other side. Okay, make sure this is in. Okay, that one's in. Okay, great. That's secured. Now the other end. Okay, make sure that's in. Okay, that's in. Okay, got all 4 of them done. So this is nice and secure. That's secure. The other 2 are secure. This front side is complete. Now the back side over there, I need some more piping to finish up. So I'm going to leave that for another day. So back at you. Okay, so far what we got this corner done over here. That goes all the way down to there. We have the side rails going all the way down. The side rail going all the way down. So this is nice and square. It's a good platform for the shade cloth to go on all the way down. Now over here, the same thing, got this corner on. It goes all the way down to the end of the garden. It goes all the way to the side of the garden. Over here, and it goes all the way to the back of the garden. This is a nice sturdy platform for the shade cloth to go on. And I got my metal trellis across that side. And I went ahead and put up my metal trellis over here, pipe, going all the way to that side. So I did a couple things today. So right now I'm going to go ahead and clean up. So all I got left to do is grab some of these eggplants that I trimmed off of the plants, bring them in the house so I can have those for supper. And for right now, just like usual, the sun is so hot, it's so bright, and I'm not going to kill myself. It's just time right now to go ahead and take a break.